Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the FearFans podcast. I'm your host, Don. With me is Joe. And yeah, we'll have several others joining us soon. Nick is just following his own time once again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so tonight, it's the last Tuesday before St. Patrick's Day. And so, yeah, we just have to cover the next chapter of the Leprechaun franchise, Leprechaun 3, which was released in 1995 and is the first Leprechaun film of the franchise to be released on straight to video, as the other sequels would, all sequels after Leprechaun 2 did, after Leprechaun 2 had failed in the box office.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I can see why.
Yes. And and Leprechaun 3 ended up having success at in the home video market. I mean, it was the highest selling independent film released on VHS that year of 1995.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Well,
it,
I liked it better than the second one. I mean that
and
second one with the guy giving haunted tours, by the way.
yeah.
I mean, that was even worse than the first one around. Actually, the first one I liked too, but
Uh,
that second one kind of bored me in
yeah,
a
the
way.
second one was just a mixed bag. Oh, hey, Billy says, I want me gold. Oh, here. Thomas, you were saying, never seen Leprechaun, so I know zero of the lines from the movies. Well, there's a line for you. It's Leprechaun's catchphrase, I want me gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once again, he's willing to kill for it. That's what he does.
Yep. He wants his shilling, his gold shilling.
Yeah, he says, "I want me shilling, or there's going to be another killing."
Yeah,
Yeah,
the leprechauns limericks in this one are the best, my favorites. I mean, there's so many of them, and they're so funny.
yeah. It's like it's campy, it's silly, but the main thing that has going for it is Warwick Davis's performance as the Leprechaun. He always and this Leprechaun 3 is his favorite out of the whole franchise, just because of all the dialogue he gets. You know, he spews out more rhymes than any other movie in the franchise. I think in this one. Oh yeah, and let's see. Joe, all Leprechaun movies are beyond. Yeah, but that's the point of them. They're enjoyably dumb and stupid.
Yes, yes, and the fact that it takes place in Vegas is like where there's gold everywhere. The lucky shamrock, the golden nugget. you
Yes,
know,
exactly. Yeah, yeah. They got the Sin City. That's right. Then you can read all the previous comments. I did, Billy. It's all good. Yeah, and let's see. So, yeah, Leprechaun 3. This takes a very unique turn, yeah, because in the first film it takes place in the countryside. The second film takes place L.A. suburbs, and here it takes place in Sin City. Um, isn't this the first horror film to be set in Vegas? I never looked into that, but I'm pretty sure other horror films have been filmed in Vegas. I mean, this was 1995. I'm pretty sure there were some horror films that were filmed in Vegas prior to that. Here, you know what? In fact, let's find out right now. Here, first horror film made in Vegas. Oh, here. Let's see. They're saying The Amazing Colossal Man in 1957. Let's see. Oh, I think it means. I think they're interpreting that as in like takes place in Vegas, not made in Vegas. Hmm. Hey, how's it going, City Ducks? What's up? Yeah, hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. Hey, Braxton, good to see you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so we're covering yet another chapter of the Leprechaun franchise where Warwick Davis is returned as the homicidal little Irishman. Yeah, and again, this was his favorite one of the franchise. And so, yeah, they did change several things around. Oh yes, a horror movie shot in Vegas. Yeah, because I was about to say there were plenty of movies that were horror films that were filmed in Vegas before Leprechaun. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, so this focuses on a college kid who's a kid who's about to start college. He's only a freshman, so he'd be around 18, right? And he wants to experience all the great things about Vegas, even though he is not of gambling age.
yeah, he's not 21 yet. Definitely not 21.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's kind of naive and stupid because as he's coming into Vegas, he almost hits the girl that was hitchhiking and her car to boot because he was like fascinated by all the lights, driving around, looking around, not watching where he was going. You know,
yeah, and yeah, he has like this social awkwardness with that girl Tammy, and which his love interest, and they. It's crazy how they just end up together, like they're into each other, even though they've only known each other for a few hours.
yeah, and she was trying to get him just to drop her off at work and leave town. Don't stay, don't look around, and don't gamble.
Yeah, but he does
He
just that.
does the exact opposite. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I feel like their relationship was like incredibly forced. I feel like they didn't really have that much chemistry. It just it's like, oh, here, guy and the girl, guy needs to team up with the girl to take down the leprechaun, and they just love each other in the end.
I think she just feels sorry for him and needs a way out after all the shit she's been through. You
Hmm.
know, it's like, I feel sorry for you. My car's gone. Let's get the hell out of here. Take me with you. Not necessarily by choice.
Right. Yeah, and that was an old Volkswagen Bug that she had that she was driving in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, one of those older models. Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me that it just broke down like that.
Your engine's
Yeah, and
missing.
this was. I'm sorry.
Well, when he first opens the hood, somebody stole your engine because
It's yeah, like
he goes and looks in
yeah,
the
that was.
front. I don't know if that was meant for as a joke or if he was just that stupid.
I'm I'm pretty sure it was meant. It could be both. Just a stupid joke. I mean, yeah. It's like someone stole your engine. Like that doesn't even make sense.
Most
Yeah, I don't get
people
that.
that don't know anything, those, but yeah, he wasn't too bright. Not with
Yeah, that
her.
much is clear.
You
Not
know,
with her, and not with much of anything in this movie.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, how'd that go?" He's like, "You ever blow a rod?" And she goes, "Excuse me." And
Oh my god. I
he
know.
was talking
The di-
about the engine throwing a rod,
yeah, really.
having to explain himself right away.
Oh my god. Yeah, like the dialogue in this is really something. And that's a big. Oh, here. Oh, Vegas Vacation. Yes, I remember. I remember that movie. I was about to get to you about that, Billy, but yeah, like those vacation movies with Chevy Chase were hilarious. Nothing, but as far as the best one of that franchise goes, nothing beats the Christmas one.
Oh yeah, they play that every year.
Yep, so do I at my at when we have like Christmas parties. Yeah, like me and the family would put on. Well, everybody's doing their own thing, having conversations. Like and some of us are like watching like Christmas movies, like Polar Express, like a Christmas Story, Gremlins. The list goes on.
I couldn't watch Christmas Story.
How did it go with Minecraft? Did Nick get trolled? Well, I did put some beehives in his bedroom, so yeah.
Uh,
Oh man. And Nick has been doing some trolling of his own, really messing things up.
I'm glad I never joined you guys and learned how to play that game with the way Nick plays and is always that you guys are always talking. Oh, he did this and he did that, and it's like I don't think so.
It the Clown and Freddy Krueger are cousins. Hmm. Interesting theory. Yeah. I can't wait for the new It series where they're it's going to be like oh here. Hey Tom.
Oh, hey. Oh, sorry. My microphone was way behind my computer there.
Oh, I got you.
I, I,
Yep.
I was, my fingers were moving faster than my brain.
Hey, we've all had those moments.
I bet you have.
Christmas
And
tree.
yes, you know what? You would be very most annoyed with Mr. Nick. in Minecraft. Let me just
Yes.
say, because Don, you got a small glimpse as to the aggravation I've gone through, and then last night, let me. So last night I did my live feed, right, and I was trying to keep it quiet
Right.
that I planned on going and playing Minecraft, but of course during my live feed, Nick and Kate were in the chat, and it started, and Robert, and it started to turn towards Minecraft. And then Kate says, "So are we all playing?" I just looked at the camera like, "We just played with them last night. Why? Why would you?" And
Oh,
these two, like they expanded on the first floor. They got even more detailed with the with the chests and stuff like that.
right.
And they made one of the rooms expand and everything like that. So then they made a second door to my bedroom, a bedroom which Mr. Nick likes to lay in my bed for some strange reason.
He always
Constantly,
does. He always does. He's trolling it. He's a troll.
he likes to get his scent in my bed.
Oh my god.
And so I was off. I was making a mob farm, which I was successful in making it. So we now have something to gain XP with. Um, as I was off doing this, these two, one of them, I don't know which one it was, if it was the sick Miss Kate right now, or if it was Nick, but one of them decided to put a water bucket in the doorway between their new room and my room, and they could not figure out how to fix it. So I was going to fix it, and then they just kept
Oh my.
breaking everything I was doing. I said, "You know what? I'm going back to the mob farm. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just going. I'm going. You know."
Oh my god.
I clammed up for like an entire like 20 minutes. I didn't say a word.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
whatever.
Minecraft is our Minecraft live stream is chaotic as always.
Oh my
But
god.
so yeah,
Anyway,
Leprechaun 3. We released in 1995, the first like a Leprechaun of a movie, the franchise to be straight to video. Hey, I like that. Love it.
I was going to do that, but I couldn't get it to work.
there was an old man of Madras whose balls were made out of brass. So in stormy weather, they both clanged together and sparks flew out of his ass.
That was Warwick Davis's favorite rhyme in that film.
It's the most memorable.
It is.
I like
You know, to tell you the truth, I mean, out of all the limericks, I think I've got that one memorized the most.
Oh yeah.
it.
Here. Chucky Series should not play the Buddy Smart Doll from Mark Hamill movie with the good guys. Let Brad Dourif voice them all. Oh yeah, Brad Dourif is the only. I mean, I love Mark Hamill, but Brad Dourif is Chucky.
No, I'm sorry. Mark Hamill. No.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, like he's been praised for his voice work,
Oh yeah.
but every voice he has done sounds exactly the same. It sounds like the Joker.
Yeah.
Like if you go back and you watch all the different like movies that he was in and the cartoons and everything, it really is the Joker.
yeah, I can still sense it in some
Yeah.
of his work. Yeah.
Even in that Jay and Silent Bob movie, where
Where
he
he
played the
plays,
villain,
what
Yeah.
was that?
something with the fist.
Right.
That was dead
Something
on the
knocker,
Joker.
something knocker.
Fist knocker or
yeah.
it
So-
sounded like the Joker to me.
yeah, it does sound similar, but yeah. So, like at the start of this film, like the Leprechaun returns as like a statue. Yeah, they just have no build up to that. He's just a statue with a medallion around his neck. Yeah.
And
So-
dude takes it off.
Yeah, it was given to a pawn shop owner by probably about as sketchy of a guy as you could possibly get. A guy who had an eye patch, a hook for a hand, and a peg leg. I'm just like, is this guy a retired pirate or something? What the hell?
I might be. You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I be delivering this leprechaun
Speaking
to
of
you.
leprechauns,
Yep. Speaking of leprechauns, look.
Hey,
What's up,
Nick,
guys?
speaking of
took you long
leprechauns
enough.
that like to ruin Minecraft,
Hey, Nick, took you long enough.
Well, it was
aw,
it was actually
why am I never ready the first time?
Tom wasn't even ready.
I am
Alright.
never ready.
Oh,
the
I had to move back to my desk because we're kind of doing some rearranging in the corner of the basement that I've been sitting in for a while. We had to get some tiles taken down, so I had to move everything. It ended up taking a lot longer, and then of course I had to get all this stuff up on, obviously.
Would you be open to selling me that high? Oh, that Elm Street sign for
You know, I'll tell you a little secret. You know where you can get those signs? You get 4 of them. The exit 420 High Street, Mary Jane, and I can't remember what the other one was.
his signs. Oh, okay.
You get them four for I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks off of Amazon. And
I think I've seen that
you can
somewhere.
get the exit 420, the High Street, Mary Jane Boulevard, and I can't remember what the other one was that fell down.
Yeah.
So it's sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah. So, Nick, a lot of people argue that Leprechaun 3 is the best Leprechaun movie of the franchise. And in some ways, I can kind of see why. Despite I mean, it's got the typical silliness to it. Yeah. I mean,
Isn't it weird though? Like for a lot of the horror movie franchises, like where they go on multiple films, the third one always seems to be the best.
Yeah, I know.
in some of them, yes. Oh,
Nightmare on Elm Street, as an
Nicky.
example.
yeah. Hey, Nikki. Hey,
What's up,
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
What's up, Nikki?
Yeah, but that doesn't work with Halloween because the third one just
Oh, it
doesn't
doesn't.
fit.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah. What was that? Season of the Witch.
Which, yeah.
Ugh. Don't like that one. Oh, I still got the filter
yeah.
on.
Yeah. But so. Yeah, so Nick, I just want to know. We were just discussing that in the opening scene in the pawn shop, just gets the leprechaun statue. There's no build up to this, as to how the leprechaun just became a statue. He just is. You know?
Yeah.
And now one of his weaknesses is a medallion that was kept around his neck. And the creepy guy who sold the pawn shop owner the statue for $20. I mean, really $20. I mean, that you could have sold it for way
But
more
you
than
just wanted to get gas to get the hell out of there. The thing you got to use your imagination
Leprechaun
is,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, when he shows up in the pawn shop, he probably didn't have the eye patch and the hook on his hand. I mean, that was probably all the leprechauns doing. And it's like, I need to get rid of this thing before he kills me
could be.
and get the hell out of this town. I'll take anything,
Yeah.
He goes, I'll give you $10. And he goes, no, all right, 20. And he goes, okay. Because he just wanted to take gas to get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
something.
now realized that the comment that you were answering, Joe, about your High Street sign, that's Tony B. That's a guy from my live stream.
I was
man.
going to say, I thought
This
is
guy,
that
he is awesome.
Oh yeah, he is.
He always donates on my streams. He has bought me stuff from my wish list. I mean, this guy is actually awesome. So I'm so glad you're here, Tony, man.
And he's also learned a new thing or two about Tom every week when I describe him about being the most interesting man in the YouTube world.
Oh yeah.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Yep, stay thirsty, boyle.
Stay thirsty, my friend.
I don't know what his background, that guy's background is. So I just know he's got.
He's from the Philly area.
Oh, he is really.
Yeah, I believe actually, Tony. I think it was you that said that you saw me in my car one day. You never disclosed.
Oh, you got
the area you saw me
now.
Right.
He's got himself a stalker.
It was kind of creepy though. He's like, "Wait, do you drive a silver sedan?" I'm like, "Maybe."
Well, I guess that means, yeah, you definitely have a stalker at this point.
No,
so,
Tony's not a
trying to warn you, Tom.
Tony is not a stalker. He's
I know.
a great guy.
I know he's not.
He really is.
Right. Oh, yeah. And Nick, so yeah, Warwick Davis actually considers Leprechaun 3 to be he thinks it's the best of the franchise. It was his favorite one because of the humor and the dialogue that he was given to work with. He absolutely loved it.
Was that the last one he did? Or no? What did he go up to? I can't even remember.
To Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
Oh, what's his name was just saying about that? Where'd it go?
That was Braxton.
Braxton. Yeah, there it is. There. Oh, it was the last comment. I was looking up too high.
Oh, yeah. But,
sorry,
yeah,
Braxton.
I got you. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy how he even though the pawn shop owner was warned, never removed the medallion and does that immediately. And
Does
then,
it anyway.
yep, Leprechaun attacks him, bites off part of his ear, which I'm pretty sure I noticed a few throwbacks to the first film. There was that scene where he bites off Ozzy's ear in the first film, and also admires the shoes. Yeah.
And bites off the guy's toe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then
It's funny how he's like, I find it funny, more importantly, that after sustaining these horrific injuries, he doesn't even bother trying to call for an ambulance.
No. Yeah, it's like somehow he doesn't know that that 911 exists.
Yeah, and he
Go
had
figure.
which even doing
Did
something
it
like that.
95?
Yeah, 1995. Yeah,
Did 911 exist then?
pretty
Yeah.
sure it did.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, I don't have a whole lot of,
That was
you
late
know,
'80s, I think.
95, I was admitted to the hospital for about 3 years.
Right.
So,
right.
that time's kind of a bit of a blur for me.
I see. Yeah, and so what the owner does? I'm trying to remember what the store was named. Gupta. That's what it was. He was Indian, and I like the comment that the leprechaun gave, saying like when after he like bit off his ear, he said that I like Indian food, very spicy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
And
my
then he
god,
bit his toe off.
yeah. And so Gupta like every wards off the leprechaun with the medallion. He discovers the medallion's the weakness, the only thing that he has to defend himself from leprechaun with. Goes over to his computer and puts in like this this floppy disk or something. Back when that was common.
yep,
Yeah,
90s.
Wait, that floppy disk, I want
Floppy.
to make a comment on that. They take that out, and I ended up rewinding that whole scene where he takes out the what looks like a disc from his computer
Right.
or of it. Yeah. Anyway, that disc looked like the jewel pack for CD-ROMs, but he doesn't take out the CD. He just sticks it right in the computer. So
Yeah.
that computer was much older than one from the 90s. I mean, that computer was probably from the early 80s because they were already
Well,
beyond that kind of disk. It would have had to
in
been like some kind of zip drive.
in the early to mid '90s, the 3.5-inch floppies were still being used.
But that wasn't a 3-inch,
What was that?
half-inch floppy. It looked like a CD jewel case, but as the CD jewel case came up, you saw the round circle in there.
Yeah.
So it had to be like some kind of thing that didn't last very long, like a zip drive.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah.
zip drive. There were different types of zip drives too. There were some that
But
had
that's what I'm
those
saying.
little, yeah,
Right. It looked more like a zip drive than the 3.5
yeah.
inch discs
But
because
but
it
even
looked
these
like
things have more memory than a zip drive. Man.
right. But I mean,
We've come a long way.
you're talking computers that were built in the early mid 90s and before.
Yeah.
So that technology was still around, but I just don't remember that one for it must not have lasted very long.
Yeah. So, yeah, this floppy disk that he puts in, like, just happens to have all the information about leprechauns that you need, as well
Well,
as,
it's
as well as,
and legends.
yeah, and as well as introducing like all new rules for this film. That the gold that gives leprechauns power, but it also serves as a weakness because if you destroy the gold, you destroy the leprechaun, and now the coins have the ability to grant wishes. Now,
Yeah,
that was never
apparently.
never mentioned in the previous films. It was just something new they just threw in to make the film more interesting.
There once was a lady from Totten whose taste grew perverted and rotten. She cared not for steaks or pastries and cakes, but lived on penis au gratin.
Oh my god! Yeah, and there's another
That
sub.
wasn't the leprechaun.
No, that was Scott.
That
Yes,
was Scott.
yeah. So our main character Scott, he when he first encounters the leprechaun, he gets bit by the leprechaun, and then when Scott stabs the leprechaun, and the leprechaun blood gets into his wound, and so he slowly turns into a leprechaun. I would say a wereprechaun, but South Park took that.
Leprechaun. That's
Yeah,
a good way to put it.
yeah, South Park took that and
Well, then-
made it into a different thing.
Then the leprechaun was. Now that was quite a load to have to explode. What a lovely lass! I had to blow up your ass, but now I must hit the road. I have a whole bunch of quotes in front of me. It's
Hey, Kate.
crazy.
Yeah, hope you're doing well.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kate.
hope that the
Better soon, Kate. We're thinking of you.
yes.
Welcome to the chat, Kate.
So yeah, apparently Tom got infected with the leprechaun blood, so now he's a leprechaun.
Ooh.
I love Kate's
Yeah.
response.
So Tom just referenced like the most ridiculous death of the entire film, but then when I think about it, some of these characters, the people that were killed in this movie, it feels like a message about the deadly sins. Like I mean, really think about it. Loretta, who you just referenced, Tom, Loretta had like the sin of what was it, vanity, because she cared
Yeah.
about looking younger. Let's see, Fabio. I'm guessing like his sin was pride because he wanted to be the very best. He just and cared more about he cared more about like
Being
like just
famous.
being famous, being recognized as the best. Let's see, and the owner of the casino, Mitch, was very obvious. It was it was lust.
Lust.
Yes, lust, and the two goons. I'm guessing wrath. Yeah. So
I don't know. Those guys were funny. I mean, sitting
yeah,
there talking about boxers
yeah,
and
and
That was
the
funny.
briefs and the socks riding up and wearing. I
yeah,
mean, you couldn't get any gayer than that.
yeah, and this was 1995. Coincidentally, the same year that Seven was released in theaters.
Oh,
Yep.
that was a good movie.
I
I
thought.
really liked that.
Oh yeah, it
One of
was
the
90.
best.
I don't know why. I kept thinking it was 97. No, I remember now. Now it was 95. You're right. You're
No,
right.
yeah, a movie where there's a killer that does his killings based on the seven deadly sins, and there's a leprechaun who's somewhat doing the same thing.
That's a good. I gotta admit though. I mean,
Yeah.
Seven. That's another good movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm surprised nobody ever made that connection other than me because I've looked online. Nobody once references Seven, like when they review Leprechaun 3. So
I'm actually surprised we haven't covered Seven yet. Speaking of which,
we should one
Well,
day.
it's not.
it's not really
Technically not a
but
horror
it's more of a-
movie.
I mean, it's more
It's more
crime.
of a thriller, I would say.
Yeah, it's crime, thriller, suspense.
Yeah, it's more crime thriller.
Head in the box.
But it still has its creepy moments.
It
Yeah,
does.
but that might scare people. I mean, that
Scare
movie.
people.
Well, it would. It's you just take the way that they did that. The seven deadly sins, and you saw them. I mean, in the way you saw them, that would creep a lot of people out.
Remember to exclude snakes.
Yeah,
That's
got
right.
got to leave out all the snacks, laddie.
They banned the snakes from Ireland.
Tired of all these goddamn snakes on my mother freaking plane.
You know,
I cleaned that up a little
If
bit.
Jenny was here right now, she actually has told me that in spite of that rumor, there was at least one or two types of snakes that actually that are native to Ireland, believe it or not.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
But I just love how how the actor who played Scott John Gattins, I believe his name is. Yeah, he you could tell he just had like a lot of fun with it, just playing the cheesy like turning into a leprechaun thing. Like his accent, like getting an Irish brogue, and also obsessed with potatoes, which. As a man of Irish descent, I don't even take offense to that because we Irishmen we really don't have our potatoes, laddie. We
If he wasn't Irish
don't have our
before,
potatoes, boyo.
I was gonna say if he wasn't Irish before he got bit, he was definitely Irish then.
And they did say on the computer, like that little program that was playing, that potatoes were their favorite.
Mm-hmm. Among other things. And let's see. So John Gattins, I should mention. I've looked into what like years ago. I looked into if he acted in any other movies, but he's had bit parts for the most part. He's had a lot more success as a screenwriter because he actually has written some pretty successful films. Like let's see, what was one? Oh yeah, he wrote Hardball, which was filmed here in Chicago, a Keanu Reeves movie that I absolutely love. And let's see. After that, he directed or he wrote. He wrote Hardball. He wrote Coach Carter. Let's see. Also, Flight, which he got an Oscar nomination for. Yeah, for best writing. And what else? Oh yeah, he also wrote that 2017 Power Rangers reboot. Yeah.
They actually started rebooting the Power Rangers.
Yeah, they did. That was 8 years ago.
God.
Yeah, and I know they try rebooting everything.
Power
Apparently-
Rangers.
Yeah, they played that song in the movie. Yes, and because it didn't do so well in the box office, they canceled their plan to make a franchise out of it. 7 different movies.
Yeah.
I actually did see it in theaters, and one guy got so mad, like halfway through to the point where he actually had to be dragged out by security.
I mean, it
Yeah,
had already
he-
run its course by then, though. The whole
Yeah, he just like like halfway through the film, he's like, what the hell is this? This is not this. How could they do this to my childhood? This is not Power Rangers. What the? Dropping all the F-bombs.
What the hell
and,
happened to Tommy? He used to be the Green White Ranger. What the hell?
Yeah. And then so security dragged him out, and all of us are just looking at. I'm just like, God damn, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
no. When they reboot things like that, especially if it's like a kids show or whatever, and then they try to make it into a serious movie, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't do
Just
it. Don't
can't.
do it. Stop remaking stuff. Hollywood, please stop.
They have no imagination, Tom. They have to
No.
rehash all the old
I
stuff.
mean,
No,
there are times where it does. There are times where it does work, and times where it doesn't. I think what really
Very
killed it
rare.
is, what really killed the Power Rangers in that movie, I believe, as far as that movie goes, was some of the dialogue. It was some of the dialogue was just cheesy, lazy, and they really wanted to make it like a Breakfast Club kind of approach, which would have been interesting, but they just couldn't. It just wasn't good enough. Sold the franchise rights to Hasbro, and they're trying to reboot it again, but it's up in the air right now.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's a certain quote that comes to mind when you say
Let's
the
see.
Breakfast
So,
Club.
yeah. Oh wait, did he? He starred in Norbit. He didn't do it. I was like, I was about to say if he wrote Norbit, then oh my god, that movie's terrible. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to find the
let's
quote
see.
I'm looking for. I mean, there are tons of quotes that come from the Breakfast Club, but there's one in particular, and I'm going to find it because I want to quote it accurately.
Oh no, he wasn't. Oh no, he wasn't using quotes to reference Breakfast Club. He was making it like, there's a bunch of teenage misfits who are in detention together, meet up, and they end up becoming the Power Rangers. That's what he was going for.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I figured. Oh, jeez.
Oh, there he is. A naked blonde walks into a bar carrying a poodle under one arm and a 6-foot salami under the other.
Oh,
The bartender says, "So I suppose you won't be needing anything to drink." The blonde says, "Ah!" and he falls through the ceiling, and he never finishes the freaking joke, and it's nowhere online. I have lived with that my entire life.
Let's see. One cast member that did stand out as far as Leprechaun 3 was the character Loretta, because she was the same actress that played in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Let's see. What I'm trying to figure out what her name was. Caroline Williams. That's her name. Yeah, Caroline Williams, who played Stretch. Yeah, the radio host who was being targeted by Leatherface and the family. Yeah, she plays Loretta in this film, and here she was like stealing she would use the gold coin to make her wish that she would become young and beautiful again. So her sin was vanity.
Yep.
And and from what everybody always believes that her death was like the most iconic death of the whole movie, just because of how silly it is.
And it's funny to think that I've actually met that actress.
That was the introduction of
we met her, John.
We did
in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
And let's not forget too that she previously also starred in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like that was the introduction of the character Chop Top. Bill Moseley.
Yeah. Bill Moseley, yes. Yeah.
And I just recently seen a picture where he dressed up as the character again at some Comic-Con.
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
With the little hanger.
You know what? I mean,
you knew it.
Here, in Loretta's death scene was like the most the ridiculous scene of the whole movie, because it was she all she cared about was making herself look younger, and focusing on certain parts of her body, and then Leprechaun decided to make her breast size bigger, and then her lips bigger, and her butt bigger. And I'm thinking, so Leprechaun kills her with these 3 treatments: the Carmen Electra treatment, the Angelina Jolie treatment, and finally the Kim Kardashian treatment.
Your bigs are your bigs. Your boobs are big. Your butt is small, but still you're in for quite a fall.
That's the one. Oh my god! Yeah,
I got all the quotes right in front of me.
And the way he blew up her ass, though, it didn't just blow up; it went this way too, so that she didn't even fit out the door.
Yeah, it's this here. Let's show. Hang on.
That is a Kardashian butt. Yeah, yep.
Now Angelina
And a
Jolie.
Kardashian lips too. I mean, look at that.
Angelina Jolie lips.
Yeah. It is,
And who did I mention? Oh yeah, Carmen Electra treatment as far as her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Oh man. I was quite alone to have to explode. What a lovely lass. I had to blow up your ass, but now I must hit the road. Yeah, you're just gonna do that randomly, aren't you?
I have been ever since I got that little clip from him.
I keep pushing him to make that a text tone.
Yeah. I bet you're regretting that now, huh, Tom?
No. It's brought me much joy.
Okay. I'm just wondering if Mitch, I'm just wondering if whether or not Nick is like trolling you with it.
Well,
actually, Don, to be fully honest with you,
enough.
it's been the opposite. I've been getting trolled with it.
Well, you should have never sent it. It's been in so many different chats.
I didn't think it was going to be as big as it was.
Oh,
it's been on my live feed. It's been on this live feed. It's
Braxton, I've seen.
You've used it on the deck?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So Braxton, the Breakfast Club is an all-time classic.
But I've seen Braxton. I remember seeing Coach Carter back in middle school.
Yeah, Freedom Writers, and like we said, Coach Carter was written by the actor who played Scott in this. Yeah, yep. John Gattins.
Yeah,
that's
Coach Carter.
That principal.
The principal. That was Jim Belushi.
Belushi,
right?
yeah. I was just trying to figure that out if that was that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Jackson was in Coach Carter.
I believe he was. Yes.
Yeah, he's the lead star. Obviously, he's
and oddly enough, I quoted him earlier with Snakes on the Plane thing.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I just cleaned it up.
I was just thinking to myself, imagine if you talk about snakes on a plane. You imagine if you did have snakes on a plane, you dropped them in Ireland or something like that when you're trying to keep the snakes away.
And then there would be Nick's version, cockroaches on a plane.
No.
Yep. Roaches on a plane. Has that ever been done?
That's not going to happen.
I want to make it happen.
Yes.
Listen, we have AI at our disposal.
If you guys want to do that, go ahead. I just won't have any part of it.
Too late, Nick. You've been casted as the main star.
No, right.
We're going to put a picture of him in.
I declined all offers.
We're going to put a picture of him in the AI. We are going to make cockroaches on a plane. I'm going to make it happen.
You know what? You're going to have to get Sylvester Stallone star in there. You know it, right?
Yeah. Or have it take place in a hotel so you can call it Roach Hotel.
Yeah, all offers I've been given for that movie have been turned down.
Nick can check in, but he can't check out.
Yeah.
Yep. You check in, the roaches take you out.
That's right.
Yeah. But anyway, I just like how the casino is called the Shamrock Lucky Shamrock Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Because of course.
Yeah, but they used real casinos.
It's Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Casino. I mean, so the Lucky Shamrock did exist.
Wait a minute. There's casinos in Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
I never would have imagined.
Oh, it's been like that since you were born.
Before he was born.
So you're calling him old now?
Listen, just because I'm over half a century now.
Well, no.
The
I'm
mob used to run it
years
back
old.
in the early 60s.
Yeah, I still got to go to Vegas. Let's see.
I got to go to Vegas.
No, you don't want to go to Vegas because they lied. They lied. What? Everything that happens in Vegas doesn't stay there. Honest to God truth. I went to Vegas one time. I've never been there before, never flew on a plane. Went down to Vegas, and they say, everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They're full of shit. Man,
yep, those videos of him naked are still online.
No, I got married in Vegas and she came back with me.
A Vegas wedding, huh? Okay.
Naked Vegas
wedding.
No,
the first time I said that, my wife didn't like that joke.
Oh. Well, I can't imagine why.
Ooh, road trip. Yeah, that's how a lot of people do tend to do that now. Just do a road
Afterwards.
trip, go all the way to Vegas because
Yeah,
I
I'd
guess
love to do that.
That would be a long road trip from Philly, let me tell you.
from Chicago too.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little closer. I mean,
Well,
not a lot, but
yeah, I was about to
Oh,
say it doesn't make it much better.
just a little.
It-
Okay,
it-
maybe just a little.
like a couple days, maybe, or a few days.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Maybe
Yeah, but
just a little.
Wait, does
that
route
kind of road trip, you'd want to take a couple of weeks because there's a lot to see between here and Vegas.
right?
Yeah,
As we learned from the vacation
you can make
movies.
you could
It does-
basically make another 1,000 episodes for This Is Tom's World, Tom.
Wait,
Oh my
does-
God.
Wait a minute. Does Route 66? I know Route 66 starts here in Chicago and ends in LA. Does it go through Vegas?
I don't know if
I
he
don't know.
does.
I don't
never-
think
I
so
never-
because they would have to go up north pretty far and then take a
Yeah.
sharp turn.
Yeah, I never really looked into that.
But you could get pretty close.
Yeah, well, you'd get a lot closer than we are.
Maybe. Yeah,
I mean-
maybe.
I mean, from California to Vegas, that's I mean, that's a decent trip. Don't get me wrong, but
Because lots of people have like stories about when they traveled on Route 66. Yeah, so
See,
I have to see.
every time you're saying about Route 66, I'm always thinking of the old Route 66 that's in McCook. But that has not been used for like 30 or 40 years. It's been abandoned ever since.
It goes to the southern tip of Nevada. It doesn't even look like. No, it goes through Arizona and then below Nevada into Los Angeles.
It's not too bad actually. From Philadelphia
God.
to Las Vegas, it's 36 hours and 5 minutes if you drive straight through.
huh.
Oh my God, guys! Here, the town I just brought up. I just looked it up just out of curiosity. McCook, which is just like an hour away from us, Don.
Mhm.
It's funny when you go to McCook. I mean, there's not really a lot to see. It's actually a pretty small town, although it's still in the Cook County area. The welcome sign for McCook is, ironically, inspired from the famous welcome sign to Las Vegas. So they even have that up in McCook.
Cook sounds like a chef from McDonald's.
Yeah, I know.
Probably is.
It kind of is.
I do like the
no,
scene. I mean,
McCook
I do like
was named for John Jane McCook. He was a late 19th
John
century.
Jacob,
late 19th
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
so.
Yeah, he was a
I do
late
like
19th century director of the Santa Fe Railroad and former Civil War officer. So that's why it's called McCook.
I do like the scene where the Leprechaun is like looking around Vegas, trying to find the Shamrock Hotel, but it like comes across a Elvis impersonator.
Oh, that was
Oh yeah, the Elvis bird. I love that. I love that scene.
that was a good scene.
Oh yeah, that part I thought was pretty funny. But
The
and
golden
I was
nugget.
thinking,
The golden nugget. I like that.
yeah, and I'm,
I also like that he didn't even bother trying to kill the Elvis impersonator because it's obvious. Even the leprechaun himself has respect for the
That's
king.
for the king, yeah.
yeah, he does.
I mean, it's like, hey, he's got to like. It's obvious he's got to like some people, obviously, especially if it's the king. So he's he's the only one that he's probably willing to spare.
Oh,
Braxton. Oh yeah, so. Yeah, the Elvis impersonator, he got off easy. You know, not many people who cross paths with the Leprechaun survive.
I just found that clip. It says, I love this comment that somebody said. It's been proven if you don't make a height joke or mess with his money, the Lep will hang and party with you. Would be the best friend to have at the bar as long as you didn't ask him to buy you a drink.
I can see that. Just never ask for his gold. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, I'm looking at the comments, like everybody is saying the same thing. Yeah, it says, here, another one. Leprechaun doesn't seem as evil unless you mess with his goal. He's kind of different from the other movie monsters. Yeah, I can see. And I'll read one more. Even if that is another guy being Elvis, even the Leprechaun couldn't fault him. Respect. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And there's another reason too why he probably didn't. Not only did he want to give respect to the Elvis impersonator, more importantly, he was also in a public place.
Right. That is true.
Well, he got out of the thing and he was admiring his jumpsuit right away.
Yeah, that's why he had to give respect to the king. He may have had all that stuff, but even he knew that was That was a hands-off situation, that's for sure.
Right. And the Leprechaun's just like, Vegas, my kind of town.
Yeah,
Then he,
he was
then he,
ready to move into Las Vegas.
yeah, then he goes to the casino, ends up doing like winning a streak, yeah, because luck of the Irish. And
That's right.
yeah,
I wish I was back in the casino on a winning streak.
Streak, yeah.
Yeah, probably
oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was
I can see you totally drinking a lot there, Tom.
no, Nick,
What?
you misunderstood. You misunderstood.
Oh, I'm
That
sorry.
was that was Scott's wish when he had the gold coin, because
Yeah.
the coins now grant wishes. You know, they just
That's
threw that
right.
in there. Yeah,
He
never-
heard that on that little program that was running on the dude's computer.
But you know, one thing they left off that little computer thing, and I didn't notice it. I might have missed it, just but the 4-leaf clovers
Oh yeah.
from the first movie.
Yeah.
There were some more survivors in the Leprechaun in the Hood than the other films. That's true, Braxton. Did I see maybe 2
It
films?
still was not the better of the movies. though.
I recommend the first one because Jennifer Aniston's debut, and
Yeah. Come on, it's Rachel.
Rachel from Friends, a year before she was in Friends.
Rachel
And
Green.
let's see, and of course I recommend this one, Leprechaun 3. You know, it's arguably it's one of the best ones. And let's see, I mean, all of them are worth watching just to see Warwick Davis's performance, because he really killed it, literally and figuratively, as the Leprechaun.
Hmm.
Yeah. But and also, what I thought one dumb thing that Scott was doing when he first went into the casino, not only did he gamble against Tammy's advice, he also pulled out an envelope and pulled out this check that his parents gave him for college worth
23,000
23 grand,
Yeah.
and blew all that at the casino.
on one game.
Yeah. This is how you know gambling's not for you, if you're spewing out thousands of dollars on just one roulette game.
On the one game that we all know is always rigged.
Yeah.
You don't play.
And the odds are on the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is why I only stick to slot machines. You know, I just bet
I love
small.
those slot machines too. Yeah.
I mean, poker tables, blackjack tables, stuff like that. They can be good if you got the money
Right.
to play them.
Experience.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't even spend that much at casinos. I always bet small on slot machines. It's like I don't even care if I win or lose. I'm just playing. I'm just having fun, right? There is no way I would just blow 23 grand at a casino.
No.
Yeah, I especially on roulette, because I know that the odds of roulette are definitely not in your favor.
Right.
Plus, they have that little magnet thing that they.
I'm like you, Don. I go into a casino with a limit. And I play only the slot machines, and it's like I might go to a bar and spend more money than that. But I go into a casino and I could have more fun and walk out with some extra cash, maybe.
Well, on my birthday, I went to Atlantic City with Stephanie, and every time we've gone to Atlantic City, I always leave with less than I went in with. But I had 2 birthday wishes for my birthday weekend, which was February 7th. We were there on the birthday, actually. My one wish was that I left out of the casino with more money than I had. My second wish was that the Eagles would win the Super Bowl. Oh. Well, I went in with $250. I walked out with $500, and the Eagles did win the Super Bowl, by the way. Just saying. Mm-hmm. So I got my birthday wishes, but that's the only time I've won in Atlantic City.
Right.
I think my chances are a little better in Vegas than they would be in Atlantic City, but
I did. Like I said, I definitely got to go to Vegas, because I've been to a few casinos locally. They just built a new one in downtown Chicago called Rally's. That's the first casino that's ever been built in downtown Chicago. But the main casino I've always gone to was the Four Winds Casino in Michigan.
That was the same one I got banned at when I was 15.
Oh man, yeah. Nick has told us this story.
I actually just saw somebody I know, investigator from Indiana. He was just there a few days ago. Hey, Heather, he was just there a few days ago, and
oh my god,
I was like, and I said the same thing to him. I was like, hey, you're at the casino I got banned at over when I was 15 years old. True story.
It is. And I went to that casino. You said that they had your picture on the wall. I didn't see
Supposedly,
that.
my uncle
Yeah.
said that they still have. Yeah, he said my uncles told me years ago that supposedly there was still a picture of me at that time. That was still like, oh, hey, if you see this kid, don't let him in.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that picture. Maybe they took it either they took it down or I just didn't notice it in the right place. But I'll tell you right there, right now, the buffet there is insane. I mean,
Oh, it's
really,
great.
absolutely like, oh, dude, the lobster, the crab legs, the chocolate fountain when you put marshmallows in. Oh my god,
It's
it's
totally
insane.
last year.
There's a new
You know,
casino.
I
Oh,
ever
is there? Nice.
There's two things I'd do at a casino. One, I'll only play the slot machines because most of them other games, the odds are on the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Second, when it comes to cards, I'm not a card counter or anything. So there's no way in hell I'm playing blackjack because, again, the odds are on the house, especially when you're playing not the single deck blackjack, but they're playing like with multiple decks and So, but the game where the odds are in your favor, as long as you know what you're doing and you can read people,
Hmm.
is Texas Hold'em.
That's true. Yeah, I can see that.
And then see, I'll go down and play Texas Hold'em because here in Wisconsin, we used to have poker tournaments hosted by the radio station. And I finished in the top 5 almost every time I played.
Ah, I see.
I mean,
No,
there wasn't like big
make-
money prizes or anything like that. You got like concert tickets, different things like that for placing first because they were free tournaments. But I did do very well in there.
And Robert's right. All games are always favoring the house.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have
Well,
them.
we already know
Except
what
for
this guy.
Texas Hold'em's based on skill.
We already know what this
You've
guy.
got
Here.
other people. You're not playing just against the dealer. You're playing.
Like,
The dealer don't play in that. You're playing against all the other people sitting at the table.
Oh yeah, that's
And we
true.
already know what this
So
guy.
you
would
got to
do,
sit
though.
there
He's,
and learn how to read people. And blackjack, you're playing against the dealer plus everybody else sitting at the table. So the game's that favors the house.
Right, and I also learned years ago to never cheat at blackjack after seeing that one particular scene in that Robert De Niro movie Casino.
huh?
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Hey guys, real quick,
Goodfellas light.
I didn't realize my the show is also being shared on my personal page. So there's been a few viewers watching, which again, it's on personal page. And guess what? Among all this talk about the casino that I got banned at,
Yeah.
my aunt is watching right now. She's confirming it.
Oh my
True
God.
story. I've got proof of it.
Robert's the only one that
Oh
picked
my
up on the fact that my dad just poked his head in.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I was told I muted myself because he was saying goodnight.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but yeah. See, Nick, here's how I avoid that. I don't go to a casino until I'm 21.
Hey,
Well,
I was in. I had to go with my dad and my other family members. I was. What was I gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what the casino does. Next time you try that again, I'm pretty sure they're going to hire Warwick Davis to act as security.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I was expecting you were gonna say, well, they see you're pretty much a big guy. How would you like to be a bouncer or something?
Well, that's another option. Yeah, you could work as a bouncer there now.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
like there was
intimidating
some,
looking in person.
yeah, and it's like this is also in Leprechaun 3 as opposed to like other films of the franchise. Like the Leprechaun was picking out pretty much like was killing off other villains in this film. Like you think about Mitch, you think about Loretta, Fazio, like they were all scumbags. Like
well, Fazio was an asshole. Yeah.
yeah,
The
and
two-
Mitch was a perverted scumbag. You know, was trying to use the magic coin to get with Tammy,
Tammy.
but and also I guess the rule works that if somebody takes the coin and makes their wish, it cancels the other wish because that's what broke Tammy out of that trance.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
gave,
but I kind of liked how that wish kind of backfired on him. Though.
it couldn't have
I'm
happened.
gonna make it
I mean,
hurt.
let's be honest. Before
Yeah.
everything went down, she was kind of beating the shit out of him first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so she delivered the first part of his comeuppance, and then the Leprechaun decided to like use magic on the TV to create like this
Oh, the
to
advertisement!
create
I love
to create a
those.
stripper who comes out of the TV and starts making out with him, while the Leprechaun like makes fake commercials of himself, like
I love
addressing
those.
Mitch, and then
Those
like
were funny.
that
Yeah,
was
they were.
yeah the Leprechaun impersonating a lawyer, impersonating a gypsy, like that was hilarious.
And what was it? Also like a psychiatrist too, I think.
Yeah.
Man, that
Lawyer.
try doing something like that, especially now. That would, I think, most likely, even though we're talking about the Leprechaun here, for him to do that, that's probably even back then. That was probably still back then, extremely illegal because he was impersonating a psychiatrist.
Yeah. Hey, Robert, you're thinking of The
Person-
Ring.
The Ring, yeah.
The girl comes out of the TV in The Ring, not The Grudge. But yeah.
Yeah, The Grudge. They were.
That was probably, for us men, that was probably the most horrible way for somebody to die in a movie.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, when he got electrocuted.
yeah, got electrocuted to death. Yeah, he pays for his lust. So yeah, another deadly sin.
Yeah, it was a robot.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, or as Tom would say, it was basically a Terminator.
That's
Yep.
right. Come on,
He was killed by the TX. It's confirmed from Terminator 3.
Skynet. Come on.
You got the gist of where it was headed. Yeah, I did, Robert. Yeah, that's right. And then there was the death of Fazio, who I thought that was kind of dumb. Like the only part of that was dumb of it was the audience's reaction. Like they're
Oh yeah.
it's pretty obvious that it was like serious, like the blood spraying out, like and then it shows Leprechaun pulling the box, showing they cut Fazio in half, and then nobody just runs out of the theater until Scott shows up and says, "Get out of the theater." It's like, no, I would have been out of the theater the very second I saw blood spraying out. I would have been.
I would have sat down clapping, saying, "Wow, looks so real."
Well, maybe they thought it was like a Gallagher show, where they had to have plastic and Well, Gallagher might be a little before your time.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just like, well, it's about time somebody took that jerk face out because he was a lousy magician.
Yeah,
He
he
was.
was.
You know?
Yeah,
They
That-
should have all
that's
just
also-
stood up. And went,
I mean, think about it. When he was first sitting there, like practicing or doing his show, he was doing that show, and they were like making out instead of paying attention to him in the audience.
Yeah,
yeah,
You know? I mean, he must have been the worst damn magician in Vegas.
and it must have been a
He
cheap. show.
thought he was the greatest, but turned out he was the worst.
Must have been a cheap show for
Yeah.
people to pay the
Yeah,
money.
right,
to
Robert?
make
Great
it out.
3D special effects, all that blood spitting out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
real.
He was. It was apparent he was a terrible magician, but yet he had pride and wanted to become the very best. So that's what got him killed: the sin of pride. And
Yep.
yeah, again, this movie. Now, more and more I think about it, this movie is pretty much like Seven, even though.
Careful,
I never thought about it that way, but yeah, you're right.
right, careful
Yeah,
what you
so-
wish for, Tom, especially since you're the most interesting man in the YouTube world.
Oh man. So yeah, it's like, and I love the rhyme that that the Leprechaun was given to him, like right as he was about to kill him, like saying, "Yeah, you've had your wish, now I'll have mine." Yeah, because that's the thing. He doesn't. Fazio didn't realize that the coins, each coin just gives you one wish, and that's it. He already had his wish.
If he had a couple more coins, he probably would have had a better chance.
Yeah, he would have had fulfilled his last wish as to being teleported to Caesar's palace.
Caesar's
and
Palace.
and yeah, Caesar's Palace. That's the one place I got to go to if I go to Vegas. I got to do it. Yeah, Caesar's Palace. I've heard nothing but good things about that place.
I heard the. I mean, they got the games there too, but I heard the food there too is great.
Oh yeah, I believe Gordon Ramsay has a restaurant there.
Oh,
Ramsay.
he has restaurants in a lot
that
of.
probably would explain another reason. So that means if you go to Caesar's Palace, you're probably going to hear Gordon Ramsay yelling out and swearing, especially "It's raw."
Yeah,
The best thing about Vegas I found, besides, because I didn't gamble much my first time there, but outside of a lot of those hotels, they had like shows. Like the Treasure Island had this really cool show, and you could watch it from the street. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Caesar's Palace had a really cool light show at night. You know,
Yeah, I don't think they have arcade games at Caesar's Palace. What they
Caesar's
have is
Palace doesn't have arcade games. That
no.
is a full-on true casino.
I don't think I saw any
Right.
arcade games there
Oh
really,
God.
except at a
Well,
restaurant or two.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely not going to go what Billy just said.
Yeah.
We're not going to go
Yeah,
down.
even though it is legal there, I think that's actually the only state where that actually
Yeah,
is legal.
well, it's not
Yeah.
even the state; it's just the city.
They advertise it quite a bit down there.
Yeah.
You see billboard trucks or cars or whatever that's got giant billboards on the back of them driving up and down the strip with the call girls and number, pictures
Yeah.
of them and their phone numbers. And then you look on the sidewalks, and the sidewalks are littered. And
Yeah.
I mean literally littered with
Literally.
call girls' business cards
Oh
and
God.
flyers.
So for those of you watching internationally, it's true. Nevada is the only state here in America where that's legal.
Like I said, Don, I don't even think it's the state of Nevada. I think it's just the city of Las Vegas. Like you're
Oh.
beyond Las Vegas. I
No.
don't think it's that.
No, because
Well, they call it, they get away with it because they call them call girls.
I don't think it's just Las
Different.
Vegas, because I don't think the Bunny Ranch is in Nevada, but I don't think it's in Las Vegas.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. But but
Don't forget the whorehouse in Texas.
I only want to go to Vegas because of because I would see like some shows, like magic shows, or like maybe some, they got all sorts of different things. But I know what you're thinking, Tom. The adult stuff.
It says
Me, I would
here,
never think that way. I don't know what
it
you're
may be the only state where it's legal in some forms, but it's only legal in certain rural counties with licensed brothels, and not
Yeah.
in the populous areas,
Yeah.
with the exception of Las Vegas, where so other parts of the state it is still
I mean,
legal.
yeah.
Oh.
Let me look that up.
There's
Bunny
one
Ranch.
thing I wanted to do that I never got around to doing. One, because it costs a lot, and two, my wife is definitely terrified of heights, and there's no way she would do what I wanted to do.
The Eiffel
But
Tower.
I don't remember the hotel, but the hotel goes, it looks like one big needle point,
Oh, I thought you were referring to the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
building.
And on the top, on the roof, there is like an amusement park, a little one.
Yeah,
And there's a roller coaster that goes up and over, and it looked like the coolest thing in the world. But there was no way in hell I was getting my wife on that ride.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, Billy, I did reference that scene earlier when we were talking about blackjack, and I'm like, just make sure that Robert De Niro doesn't see you cheating at that.
That's right.
Yeah,
I sell things.
he'll go up to you and say, "All right, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either have the money and the hammer, or you can walk out of here. You can't have both."
But
Yeah, the Bunny Ranch is in a place called Mound House, Nevada. So that's not Las Vegas. So, and that's a legal brothel.
Yep.
Kind
Well,
of.
that one, like they said, there's one in Texas, or there used to be one in Texas too. Because
Best little whorehouse in Texas.
that's what that movie was based on. And if you ever get to Vegas, Don, you want to go to Fremont Street. It's one hell of a, or Fremont Street. It is one hell of a fantastic experience.
Let me take a look at that. Whoa, I'm looking at all these pictures. I'm seeing like the interiors of this casino. I'm seeing, this looks, all of these. Wow. This
Fremont Street is kind of.
You looking at the Bunny Ranch?
Fremont Street is known as like the original strip, but it's like covered with TV screens, like
It is.
hundreds of them, and it was one hell of an experience down there. And I was on that screen. I've got pictures of me being on that screen.
Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing. Hopefully, this works without any problems.
Well, hey, listen. If you're looking at the Bunny Ranch, you probably shouldn't be showing.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, that one right in the the second one. So up. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
that whole screen right there.
Oh, that's where that zip line is, isn't it?
No.
No.
Yeah, here's
I see it.
They must have.
I've actually thought I've
They must
almost
have put that
I'm
in
kind
after
of tempted of wanting.
2010.
I'm kind of tempted of wanting to try that too.
Yeah, I would do the zip lining. Hell yeah.
You know, actually, Don, I don't know if you ever saw. Well, I don't think he has it up on his Facebook anymore. Wolf McKinney, he went to Vegas several years ago, and he did a video while he was in Las Vegas, and he showed the zip lines.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what? I have
It's-
an extreme fear of heights, but I think I would probably do that.
I'd do it.
You would?
No problem.
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
would.
or better yet, I have a better idea, Tom. You want to do that for another special episode of This Is Tom's World?
I would do a live feed of that if I could,
Oh,
as
I
long
would.
as the
All right,
Wi-Fi was
let's
good
do
enough.
another episode of This Is Tom's World, and I'm right now.
Oh, Billy, I have been in In-N-Out Burger. I've been there at the one they have in L.A. Last time I was in the Santa Monica area. Yeah.
Tom's been in and out.
Last
Oh,
time
yeah.
I was there, they didn't have that zip line.
No,
They put that in. That's
something
got to be at least like 10, 15 years.
At least,
I
At
was
least
there
10
in
years.
2010, and it wasn't there.
Yeah,
No, it was-
no.
no, it was like at least the last 10 years because when
Yeah.
when our friend Wolf went, it was like 2017, 2018.
But
Yeah.
I did get to put my hands on $1 million and get my picture taken with that same $1 million.
Oh.
yeah. And so let's see. So one of the scenes that I love is like where Scott is like going now that he's like turning into a leprechaun. He confronts the leprechaun like as he's trying to cut Tammy's face. He said, yeah. Scott says, "Cut off her nose and I'll hack off your toes." Like they were just pretty much having a rhyme battle.
I love it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy, but of course they got the upper hand. Like what about Tammy like putting the medallion in the leprechaun's face and then just then the leprechaun takes off.
Yes.
I still bless you.
Bless you.
I still think that first one I said when I came on though was the best one
Yeah,
about the old man from Madras.
it
Whose
was.
balls were made of fine brass.
That's the
So in
only
stormy weather, they both clanged together, and sparks flew out his ass.
That's
Yeah.
that's the most memorable line. And I saw this movie, probably 97, 98 because I was in the hospital, during that time. But out of all the limericks, that's the one I memorized like the first time I watched it.
Yep.
And it stuck with me ever since. Word for word.
Oh,
And it stuck to Joe's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one clip where the leprechaun, where Warwick Davis recites that line. I believe I saw him say that was his favorite
Let me
line.
find it,
in-
save
in,
it
like,
for when I
this
come
interview.
back because I have to grab another beer real quick because somebody drank
Have
all this
fun.
one.
I think you had enough. Oh, here I found it.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
had enough.
Shame on you! Don't ever say that.
He's
Do
never
not ever say I've had
never
enough.
Hey,
I have never had enough.
Hey, I know. Hey, I'm very lightly trolling you, but don't worry. I won't go to next level.
I'm very lightly leprechauning you.
I'm a lightly leprechaun too. I'm a Irish sandboy.
I, as am I. That's why I need more drink. But if you have it now, I'll wait.
It's okay. Hey, I'm just messing. You can. If you really need to, you can. It's all right.
Well, but if you have the clip now, I'll wait.
It's
Okay, all
it's too late now. You already said it.
Yeah.
Here, let me just maximize the screen here. Hang on.
I have a little sip left.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm good. I can. Oh, you didn't bring it up?
Indeed. I don't understand that one either. A friend with weed is a friend indeed. If you got me shilling, you'll be in for a killing. Okay, I'm going to say one more now. This is one of my limericks. Hang on a minute. Okay, it's a bit rude. I hope there's no children in the room. There was a young man from Madras whose balls were made of fine brass, but in stormy weather they both clanged together and sparks flew out of his ass.
Love
I
it.
gotta say, it's funnier coming out of his mouth that way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Then when he's dressed up as a leprechaun. Okay. All right. Now what do you do?
Oh no, sorry. I was responding to Robert's comment. I'm just like, okay.
Because in that
What did-
form,
wait, what did
all
Robert
I
say?
see,
Don't stop it.
the only thing I saw, I didn't see the leprechaun. I heard the leprechaun's voice, but I didn't see the leprechaun. All I saw
Yeah.
was this character from Willow.
Yeah, the makeup was that good. Like now without Warwick Davis's makeup, it's like you could hardly recognize that's actually Leprechaun. But no, but the once you hear that voice, it's like, oh my god, that's him.
Well, he
Yeah.
nailed that character. You know,
He did.
nobody. I don't think. You know, there are some roles where an actor just nails it so good that they can't. You know, down the road they can't replace that actor. You know, no other actor can. You know, replace that role.
Yeah,
Perfect example for me, Tony Todd
Oh, Tony
Right.
Todd. Yeah.
as Candyman.
yes. Oh my god,
You
nobody
know,
could ever replace him. No one.
I mean, and then you got Warwick Davis. He's going to be forever known as Leprechaun.
Yeah, even though he was like recast in Leprechaun Returns, where he was played by Lyndon Porco, I believe his name is. Yeah. It's like Lyndon Parko. I believe he did his best, but Warwick Davis will always be Leprechaun to me.
Yeah, see, I never watched any of the Leprechaun movies past number
Yeah.
3.
Well, I think Leprechaun Origins was pretty good.
That's what I hear. I've been meaning to check that one out.
You
but-
should, yeah, because it overlooks all the sequels. Though I will say that, but as long as I'm just happy it overlooks, Leprechaun 4. I'm dreading us covering that next year.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is that? The one in space?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Did they really have to copy off of
Didn't they
like, the
take
really bad
Hellraiser into
movies?
space too?
Yes, they did that with Hellraiser. They did that with Jason.
I only
Yeah.
watched Hellraiser to like the third one. You know, and
That's all you need to do.
well, I've watched, yeah, but see, not on some of them. Some of the sequels go even further because they are interesting enough to watch. You know, I've watched quite a few of the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
I watched all of them.
I've watched.
Well, outside of the remake, I've only
Yeah.
made it about like 20 minutes in total before I fall asleep with the
Yeah.
remake.
And I've watched more than 3 of the Halloween, and then
Yeah.
you know the Friday the 13th franchise. You know those classics. I've watched quite a few of them of. But with Leprechaun and Hellraiser, I only got to 3, and that was it. Because I tried watching the 4th one, and it's like turned it off after about 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, there's only been a handful of the horror franchises that like went to ridiculous numbers and stuff like that I've watched. I mean, I watched all the Tremors.
Yeah.
I watched all the Puppet Masters
Mm-hmm.
because the Puppet Master movies are great. Come on.
They are. They're pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. But I think what I think is pretty dumb, they refer in Leprechaun 4, they refer to the Leprechaun as an alien. Yeah. They don't refer to it as a leprechaun at all.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. That's
So apparently people from Ireland are aliens.
yeah, because
So I guess I'm a half alien.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
big
there
up-
is that so-called
big up
term,
the
little
green.
green. There is that so-called term, little green men.
Yeah. Little green men. That's what we are.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah. In Leprechaun 4, they went to ludicrous speed. Bad results.
I know exactly what you did, Tom. As soon as I saw you move, I could tell what you were about to do.
Wait, Nick, do you not know about ludicrous speed?
Spaceballs.
That's right.
Yeah, I was about to say, Nick, do you ever watch Spaceballs?
We talked about
Ludicrous
this before.
speed.
I said I
Go
have-
now.
Ah!
They've gone to plaid.
Uh,
You feel all right? I feel all right.
I'm half man and half dog. I'm my own best friend.
He's a mug.
John
Candy.
John Candy.
John
It's amazing.
Candy.
Yeah.
Oh
And
man.
seriously, Nick,
That
you
was
love
great.
John Candy. You would love Spaceballs.
We should do Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not horror, right? Come on.
Well, we could always cover something like that on the deck, so
We
we
Yeah,
could.
could stay fear fans.
Well, we did mention Spaceballs before when we talked about Alien.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
but-
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
I was
Hello, my
gonna say-
ragtime girl.
Yeah, we must. Hey, what, we also must fix of him not watching. Let's see, Stranger Things and Supernatural. Seriously, Supernatural,
Yeah,
Nick.
Really?
Well,
I
know.
well,
can say
Uh,
I I've never
I have
watched
not.
Stranger Things, but Supernatural, I mean, that show rocks.
It does.
I have not watched
know,
Supernatural, but I have watched Stranger Things.
And my favorite is when they went animated for the Scooby
Oh,
special.
that I saw. That
Yes.
one I saw,
Yes. Oh man.
but
Then
I did
have
not
seen,
watch it as a whole.
Oh, I watched it. I binge watched it on Netflix.
That might be one of the ones in me and Stephanie's future.
I kept catching. I'd watch.
I know, Robert. I know, Robert.
I've watched it on TV because they show so many episodes in a row before they go to normal TV, right? And they still do that on Spectrum cable. Supernatural's on every day, but if you really want to watch it, you should watch it from episode 1 and watch it all the way through.
You should.
That's seriously
but
like
I was catching it on TV, and here's season 3 episodes, and so I went back and I binge watched it from the very beginning so I could understand the whole thing.
The only problem is though is that show's been running for like 20 years. I got a lot to watch then.
Yes, you do.
So Billy has a serious question for Nick.
What? I don't see any question.
It's the last comment made, right? Or no, it's not the last.
No,
comment.
that's Robert's comment.
Oh no, I see. No, it's up. My comments weren't scrolling.
Gabe slap you next time in Minecraft. Yeah, really.
So apparently it was
15 years.
18 minutes ago. It says, Nick, who's the most interesting man in the YouTube community?
I displayed it on there. Nick never responded.
I guess I didn't see it. Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't watched
if you would pat you on the back, hey,
my earbud.
I'll even throw in an example, basically, of what I said to him about his description. If he would have pat you on the back, you would fill it on his resume. Both sides of his pillow are cool. When in Rome, they do as he does.
Right.
He is the most man of the YouTube world.
Yeah. I just feel bad for Warwick Davis because like last year his wife died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, he's had a rough time lately.
I'm sure.
Well,
yeah.
to be honest, I'm surprised that he's still around.
I mean, he's not that old.
No, but like, I mean, in often cases of people who do have, for lack of a better term, the affliction of being a small person.
Yeah, well, yeah,
they're not usually. They don't have the prolonged life as a fully grown.
In some cases, yes,
Yeah.
but not always.
But he's pretty old for a small person.
Let's see. Hold on.
Well,
He is,
his
1970.
Yeah, he's only 55.
At least his.
Oh wait, he's only 55, but I'm old because I'm 50.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because you're again, just like the Dos Equis guy. He's old, and you're the most interesting man in the YouTube world.
Plays the James Bond theme.
I saw today that somebody, I can't remember the guy's name. He's famous, but his wife got arrested for trying to kill him.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
And hiring a hitman to kill him, and it's.
Wait. I think we were talking. Yeah, Aaron from Ghost Adventures. Yeah, I posted that.
Yeah. That's
and it's like I'm glad I never have to worry about that. And you think about like somebody and their wife died. Well, at least his wife died loving him and not hiring a hitman trying to kill him.
It's still hard to believe that happened.
Well, yeah,
I mean, that was quite a shock. I mean, I would have said this, but although I don't watch Ghost Adventures anymore like I used to, mainly because of Zach, I still have mad respect, however, for Aaron on the other case. So,
well, I will say he's lost quite a bit of weight and everything.
Yeah, he has.
Look more fit and everything. And I learned that just from watching the link that you posted. So he actually looks pretty fit now, but just the fact that he's associated with that man.
I know. I'm surprised he hasn't left yet.
I would have a long time ago. As soon as dude was like, "Oh my God, I'm being possessed and I'm so negative right now and I want to take it out on everybody," I'd be like, "You know what, dude? I'm out."
Actually, I was actually expecting again a Sylvester Stallone way. I'd be like, "Hey, you know what? I'm out. You can do what you gotta do.
Whatever you're gonna do. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be over here.
Robert is saying like a K word was used.
I don't know what the K word is.
Use a
Robert, I don't know
K
what you're talking
word.
about.
Although I heard of
Did I-
Todd being on the P word.
Yeah, I might. I don't know if I missed something. Like, did
I
somebody
don't
say
know
something?
You know, Nick, I gotta say you're looking a little green under the collar there.
either.
Yeah, he's becoming one of us. He's becoming Irish. It's matter of time before he becomes a leprechaun as well, boyo.
Oh, kill.
No, I don't remember using the word.
Oh yeah,
kill.
we didn't say unalive.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest
That's-
thing in the world, by the way. I am sorry. The fact that everybody has to say that now is stupid as shit.
Unalive?
It really,
Oh.
really is.
And I also
Because
agree
that's
with Robert
supposed to be
saying that-
politically correct, I guess. I don't know.
Kill is a word. Listen, kill is a word. I've done it myself quite a bit.
I say, I'm gonna say anything I want on the internet. Now,
Yeah, they are, Robert.
You know,
And I also do agree with what he said
Oh.
too. Saying at least
Oh,
Aaron
man.
didn't follow Gene Hackman's case.
Oh yeah.
that was a very,
true.
very sad case.
Wankers
It
is,
was
really
not a
wrong.
strong enough word.
Yeah. But
And it's not just YouTube; it's all social media.
yeah. I will be honest. Earlier today I did have a near death experience.
Seriously?
Yeah, like when I was downtown, like we have those street lamps. One of them was like really rusted to the core. We had some strong winds today. One I didn't even notice it because I was on the phone with someone, but one fell, and I was 2 feet from it when it landed on the ground. If it had just
Oh.
if it had blew just a certain angle, I don't think I'd be here right now.
Oh my
Wait.
God, Don.
Yeah.
Wait, now
so
you're going to be part of
it
that movie. That
it was.
movie
I was about to
franchise.
say. Wait. Let me finish. I was going to say it looked just. It was just like something out of Final Destination.
Exactly. You're going to be now. Death is going to be chasing you, and everybody around you that would have been affected.
That's all. That's all I have to say to death. Just that.
Well, I'm glad I don't live in Chicago.
No way. I mean, you just don't know what it's like in Chicago.
Well, here in Philly, we tempt death every day. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you, Michael.
By the way, some of those people driving
Appreciate that.
Chicago, I think they tempt death every day as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They do. They do.
They really do.
I'm always cautious on the road.
You got to see Philly.
I hate driving anywhere near Chicago.
Yeah, no.
I'll tell you, come down to Philly with your Interceptor.
Yeah.
You come down to you come down. If we come down to Philly, you gotta come to Chicago.
Hey, that there's actually something down your way, Tom, that's on my bucket list that I plan on going to. And it might be towards the end of this. It might be towards the end of this summer.
Oh yeah, well that'd be cool.
Isn't Centralia down there?
Yeah, that's like
the Silent Hill, real life.
Yeah,
that's
like
Silent Hill.
That much like you might tell from the name, that's like middle
the Mad Max car,
middle Pennsylvania. But that's probably about 3 to 3.5 hours away from Philly, driving.
Well, when I come down that way, it's going to be more than just it's going to be like a couple weeks or a few days.
Well, I'll tell you what. You come to Philly, and I will. Well, I'll tell you what. No, we'll go out for cheesesteaks and beers and stuff.
Let's Joe, because Joe's gonna have to cross by our area. We're gonna have to pack ourselves into the car because we're coming too.
All right, I will show you guys Sorobia. Why not, man?
Yeah, and no, actually, we'll take my new Hyundai SUV.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we'll take my Hyundai.
We'll make a day of it. I will take you guys. Well, I won't take you guys to Dinosaur Lake because there's a lot of homeless people there. But
oh, come on. I'll hold your hand, Tom.
Yeah, I mean,
you need bodyguards and security.
Yeah. Don and I,
Now you'll be safe.
Joe will walk in front while Don and I, we'll hold you by the hand while we're at Dinosaur Lake.
Listen, once I take you guys to Kensington, you're just going to want to stay in the hotel room. I'll tell you. You're just going to be like, I don't want to go anywhere in Philly. I want to get out of here. I want to go back home.
I don't know. It'd take a lot to scare me.
Well, Kensington will do that.
Well, I mean, I do
Oh, yeah.
remember you did say about when it comes to Dinosaur Lake that you don't know what you're walking into, as you said.
You
A
know,
shredder outfit.
Madison's got a lot of really bad neighborhoods. Okay, and so does, well, not so much Milwaukee, but Madison's got the worst, and Milwaukee's a close second. All right, so there's some bad neighborhoods, and then you got Chicago, and
Yep.
there's some really bad neighborhoods. I used to drive down there quite a bit in the late '80s, and some of the stuff I saw driving through Chicago, I tell you what, scared the hell out of me.
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
especially in the south side.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land. We learned that from Alice Cooper in Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Yep.
Wayne's World.
Oh man. But
Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing too. That I say the same. I forgot about that. Yeah, I say the same thing actually too for the parts of south sides of Chicago. Is that it can't get pretty scary in those areas because again, same thing too. You don't know what you're walking into at times, especially when it's gang controlled.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't. I definitely would never explore an abandoned building down there. I saw.
No.
I saw some.
Probably
I
shouldn't.
tell you what, I never saw this in Madison, but I did see it in Chicago. I remember driving, and it was probably the south side of Chicago because I went through there quite a few times. But there was like buildings, they were apartment buildings, office buildings, whatever they might have been, but they're like should be condemned and torn down, right?
yeah.
And here, damn well, there are people living in there, homeless people living in those.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
And then you got the gangs down and around that area, and it's like, fuck this! Lock the doors, roll up the windows, and
Roll them up.
Don't look at anybody the wrong way.
Wait, weren't they in Chicago in vacation when he did that? Like when they were going through and Clark was like in vacation.
Yeah, can you give me
Clark
direct?
was like, roll them up.
Roll them up.
Roll 'em up.
They might have been. They might have been.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Leprechaun 3 is definitely one of the best out of the franchise, and it's easy to see why. It's silliness was just enough to make it memorable.
It's a fun movie.
And they introduce, and it's like they throw in some things that were pretty interesting. I mean, destroying the gold, you destroy the leprechaun, and so that's what they did. They took a flamethrower, burned the gold, and the leprechaun just burned. And and then Scott and Tammy walk off as a couple, even though they've only known each other for a few hours.
Well, they've been through a lot,
Yeah, I was about to say that's like the most forced romance ever.
If Chicago
But
fire
she was
is anything to go by, it's always
Gotta
packed with
admit.
snow. There's fires every few seconds.
But
Yeah.
the numbers don't match.
Yeah.
That's just it with those two. They don't match.
No, they don't.
No.
She was
You
hot.
have to wonder what college he was going to go
She
to.
was hot, and he was kind of a loser.
Pretty much. He was willing to blow all of his college money on gambling. Yeah.
You know what I just realized? Because when we were just talking about like with Warwick Davis, like about his age, I realized that the actress that plays that girl, she was the same age as he was. In fact,
I think so.
yeah, they were both born the same year, 1970.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, they're old.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
No,
they'd be 25 years old at the time.
What am I, ancient?
Not
I
even
was
going
born
there.
before 70.
Huh?
What?
Wait, what was that?
Times like, man, they're old.
I know.
Yeah, but I was gonna say,
What's that
yeah,
mean?
but not
Well-
not as old as.
Listen, they're a whole 5 years older
No,
than me.
I'm not gonna go that direction.
Oh my god. Now you're a vital state. Wait, what?
No, you're not.
I don't know what
vital
this means.
I don't
Hey,
know
wow,
what that
I got
means.
hands.
Man.
Oh no, where'd they go? Look,
Nope.
I got hands. Oh, I got hands. Look at me.
Love it.
Tom,
Yeah,
you should
he's
dress
been
up your character as a leprechaun on Minecraft.
there. He's been contaminated by the leprechaun blood.
I
Yeah,
could
he
do
needs
that.
to be contaminated like that on Minecraft.
Look at me. I got farts going on behind me. You see all this green? That's
That's
my
no, that's just the pickle gas.
that's my toxic
you
fart.
know, that's one thing you didn't talk about when he first met the magician.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the magician was doing the rabbit trick with a fake rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, what was
And
that?
then
Um,
and then the leprechaun.
Good to see ya.
Yeah. And then the leprechaun turns the rabbit into a pile of crap in his
Right.
hand.
and he's got oh, what was that one? That was one of the other good limericks that he did.
Oh, yeah. It is exactly as it
Toxic
seems.
Avenger gas.
Here, I'll find that for you. Hang on.
The Toxic Avenger gas.
No.
I'm the Toxic Avenger was awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean I thought that's what you were responding to.
Oh, a little
It got
token of my
quiet
esteem.
for a second.
It is exactly what it seems. Made fresh daily at exactly 9:00. It comes from my shillelagh.
I thought it was
Keep
just
it in a
pickle-
crock.
I thought it was just pickle
Oh.
gas.
Yeah, that
That's
was
what
it.
Yeah.
Oh man, so yeah,
I
Leprechaun
told you
3,
I have all the quotes right here.
Yeah.
Where the hell is the shillelagh for you?
My shillelagh.
That was hands down his best line.
It's the remains of the. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Robert, you're right. The green gas. It's the remains of the Guinness from the night before.
I don't drink Guinness.
I don't know about that.
I
here.
drink
You're lying.
Canadian beer.
Oh,
You
I
may be
found it.
drinking that now, but
Hey guys, found
Why?
it.
Oh, there you go.
Here, found it.
A little token of my esteem. It is exactly what it seems. Made fresh daily at exactly 9:00. It comes from my lady. You can keep it in a crock.
Even though it just to me it just looked like a pile of Play-Doh. That's
I
it.
thought it looked like Play-Doh.
Well, it could be leprechaun poop. That's
Okay, so yeah, Leprechaun 3.
Leprechaun.
One of the best. It's definitely the best sequel of the franchise. So this St. Patrick's Day, watch the first 3. Those are the ones that are what we're seeing the most.
Yep.
Stay away from Leprechaun 4. Definitely stay away from Leprechaun Origins. That has absolutely nothing to do with Warwick Davis. He's not even in it. And the Leprechaun was just more of a feral beast than a murderous little Irishman.
If you can't find anything else to watch this guy instead.
Yeah, seriously, watching Tom is better, way better than watching that. Yeah, seriously.
and go out and see some Irish bands for Christ's sake. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Have a good time.
what a support in the us Irish folk.
That's right.
Imagine that.
Doing great, Grizzly. How about you?
Whiskey in a jar. Yeah,
I got that song on my St. Patrick's Day musical list.
Leprechaun 4.
Leper crap the
What
shite
for
of
my
the-
daddy-o? What for my daddy-o?
Oh,
It's
it's whiskey in the jar.
Yeah.
That's like the very
wait, we
first
didn't-
song I have on my
Oh
list.
wait,
in fact.
we didn't mention Scott in the hospital scenes when he was a leprechaun. They were trying to take his samples. It was green blood, and they were looking at
Yeah.
the graphs, and it's where they dropped an FU, like dropped an F bomb on there. Let's see, and
When they
and
were
his
looking at
brainwave.
his scans, they looked at his scans and the cardiac monitor or whatever, and it showed the leprechaun dancing on the dot matrix printer.
I thought that was
Brought
yeah.
up
That's,
the
I
strip,
thought
looked at
that,
it, and you saw. Okay.
yeah, I thought that scene was just stupidly funny.
Hi-de-lie-lie, hi-de-lie-lie. Sorry.
Yeah, and then when he took down the doctors, Scott was like, "What is that I smell? Could that be my brother from hell?"
Hey, I just realized something with all the lights I have on. I truly have come on over to the green side.
Yeah, they did do. Yeah, they did say that in the movie. Like the leprechaun was like, "Come over to the green side."
Yeah, I crossed over.
because they had to-
We have
crossed over to
cookies.
the green side. Whereas a month ago, I crossed over to the red side, but now it's the green side.
Yep. Come over to the green side. We have cookies and we got some soda bread and also bottles of Jameson.
Like the greenie.
Corned beef and
I like
cabbage.
that,
Come on.
Robert.
Come on.
Come
And
on.
also, you also have to try our shepherd's pie.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Come
shepherd's
on,
pie
try
is the
some
best thing
shepherd's
ever.
pie.
What was that, Tom?
Try some shepherd's pie. Come on, you're going to do it. Come on.
Yeah, you should listen to Arnold. Shepherd's pie is the good stuff.
No,
That's
I'm gonna have
right.
to. I'm
It's
actually.
it's
I'm gonna
part
look
of
it up right now.
it's all part of being a good neighbor.
Yeah, it's all
I'm the
about being a
leopard-
good neighbor.
Wait, I'm trying to combine
Neighbor.
Terminator and Leprechaun, but it's not working out in my mind.
I'm actually looking up to see if they actually celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Austria.
I'm the Termicon. Come on, I'm the Termicon.
Okay,
Leprechaun.
so
It's a Leprechaun.
So, yes, while not a national holiday, St. Patrick's Day is celebrated in Austria, particularly in Vienna, as a week-long Irish cultural festival called Austria-Ireland Week.
That's right. Come to Austria,
Yeah,
Ireland.
there you go, Todd. Everyone there could be a good neighbor.
Come on, you could come be a good neighbor and get to the chopper. Put the cookie down. Come on.
No, eat the cookies if they're shamrock shake.
Wait,
Shamrock
are they
cookies.
special cookies? I'll eat the special cookies. I like the special cookies.
All the
Come
other
on.
cookies, put them down.
Then wash it down with some Jameson. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, it goes good. You know when the special cookies kick in. All right, let me try that again. Wait, take two. Go ahead. When the special cookies kick in and you drink the Jameson with the cookies and the Guinness, it's all good. You like it. Come on.
Oh my god!
That was good.
Because it's green, it's 420. Come on. Come on, you gotta do it.
Come on.
You're the best at that. You're the best at Rick. Rick should be very excited about the bottles of Jameson.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, if it's alcohol, I'm gonna drink it. I mean, I don't really care what kind it is. I mean, as long as it gets me fucking drunk. I mean, that's all I care about. I mean, you really shouldn't be drinking as much as you should. You know, I mean, like you drink a lot. You know, I'm just saying, Rick. I mean, you know what, Morty? I mean, leave me alone, all right? I mean, I've been around a long time, and I've had to deal with you in multiple dimensions. I really miss Morty 45, but I mean, all I have is you. Yeah.
Oh my god! You killed me.
Please, Rick, but we gotta save these schmeckles so we can get back home.
You know what? I mean, you can take your speckles and put them in your ass. I mean, I got this bottle, and that's all I really care about. You know?
Oh god, my face is probably right now.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? I mean, come on, we got to save the future. Come on, you know what? I mean, the future is whatever you make it. I mean, I am loosely based on the character of Doc Brown from Back to the Future. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with all that. I was riding.
I gotta say,
His train derailed.
Oh god, that was
Wouldn't be
amazing.
interesting if they actually brought Arnold Schwarzenegger as a guest on Rick and Morty.
Oh my
They could.
god!
That'd be an interesting combination.
And well, then you got to bring Doc Brown and Marty McFly in too. Like, I mean, they got to have their commentary.
Yeah, but then after that, hey, you gotta bring Sylvester Stallone afterwards.
Well, I mean, what I got to do with all this? I mean, I'm just a boxer.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
you know,
listen, my
Schwarzenegger
trainer died from cancer, and then I'm going to die from cancer before Creed comes out. I mean, I was what's I'm just following Mickey is what I'm doing.
Don't forget though, you starred in a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know.
Well, I did, but I wasn't Rocky when I did it. You know, I was. Well, what the hell is that? The Expendables.
Yeah, the Expendables. Oh man, so yeah, that's gonna be it
Tango
for
and
this-
Cash was better though.
Yeah.
I will say
So
What?
that's gonna be it for this
What'd you
edition
say?
of.
Tango and Cash?
that was better than the Expendables.
Really?
I think so because what's his name? What the hell is his name? What's the
That's
guy?
one of Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell actually made fun of Sylvester Stallone in that
You
one.
know,
Oh, really?
He's like, "Well, I don't know," and then Kurt Russell said, "Yeah, you don't know shit." Like that was the funniest thing ever.
I've tried to watch that movie. I don't know how many times.
It's a great movie.
Okay, and before I get too far into it, I end up falling asleep before it's over.
Well, that's what
Every
happens.
single time. I've never seen that movie from beginning to end.
I have multiple times. I love it.
Mango and Slash. Oh yeah.
Wow.
So that'll be it for this. That's going to be it for this edition of the Fear Fans podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Subscribe to Nick's channel, Things Network. Tom, this is Tom's World. And subscribe, support all of
My
us.
sign has been crooked this whole time.
Yeah, I was
really?
gonna say, why is your
Oh.
sign crooked?
I didn't even realize it. I didn't look at it.
It was working the Leprechaun. He's trying to
it's
destroy you.
breaking you, man. You must have bumped into it.
Yeah,
No.
the Leprechaun's trying to mess with you.
Camera angle's different.
All right, so hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to tune in next week. I left next week's episode to a vote. Let me go to that post right now. I
didn't see the
specifically
vote.
said that after we cover Leprechaun 3, which one should we cover next? So far, it's the tie between The Others and Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh,
Shaun of the Dead, absolutely, 100%, no questions.
top percent.
Yes. So
Did we ever do Nightmare on Elm Street 3? I don't remember.
Yeah, of course we did.
we did. It was over a year ago.
Was
Actually,
I here for
Not
that?
even longer than that.
It was 2 years ago. But
Yeah,
Was
I
I
think it
here
was
for that?
almost
I don't
2
think I
years
was here for that.
yeah. But hey, we can still always go back to it
Yeah.
just for the hell of it. We can
Dream
always,
Warriors
yeah.
is the best.
Yeah, they covered that. I remember that one being covered because I was on that one. They did both of them one right after the other.
we
Yeah.
did.
I don't think I was here for it.
Because you had the two Dream movies.
Yes, Dream Warriors and the Dream Master. Yes,
Right.
Oh, that's
And Dream
3 and
Child.
4.
No, I was going to say 3 of them.
3,
yeah,
4,
Dream
5.
Child.
Yeah, but I know there was 2 of them covered like real close to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
We still have
At least Sean has seen the Winchesters.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Yes, we will definitely go back to Evil Dead. Yes, Tom, we will coordinate and see if we can get those actresses from Evil Dead to join us on here.
Oh my God! Yes, Betsy
Yeah,
Baker.
Tom, what
and,
the hell? I thought you
yes.
were going to do that
Yeah.
for. I thought you were going to do that for us.
What? You know, I forgot.
Okay, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Dom, don't even worry about it. We'll coordinate. We'll figure out like what day we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this edition.
Comment done.
What?
You might want to take the comment down
Oh.
because you left Robert's comment up. There you go.
Okay, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.